All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakah Kodash, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, our two great kings. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar and on down that rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hope for the elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, in all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson or however long the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video a major sign to show that motb is near. All right, or something to that effect. Or whichever title Yahweh Shai sees fit I use. But the inspiration for this lesson, all right, comes from this article Lord Wills brothers can see on the screen. This is for fair use purposes only. I'm not using this for any monetary gain. It's just for educational purposes only, fair use. And it says what's killing the penny, what killing the penny, Salakia, means for you. All right, and that's the American consumer. It says the penny coin is getting phased out, which pretty sure all the brothers out there are aware. They decide to discontinue the penny, the U.S. penny. All right, and it says a cost-cutting move that could ripple through consumers' behaviors, retail pricing strategies, strategics, and cash transactions. Why it matters. It'll be harder to make sense out of cents and get exact change after the 1 cent coin upcoming demise. All right. And this is all a part of the plan. This is all a part of the plan. A cashless society, a cashless society of physical money being phased out is all a part of the plan, like it says in prophecy. All right. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, with eyes to the Akim and few Akwatha there to believe, all right, who have eyes to see and ears to hear, knows exactly how big this is. All right, now to the rest of our people and the rest of the world, oh, it's just a penny. Nobody uses pennies anyway. All right, but they're pushing out physical money. Even though it is a penny, they're getting rid of physical money. All right, which like Aaron Russo, Nick Rockefeller told Aaron Russo, the plan is what? To get everybody chipped. Basically get rid of physical money and usher in the digital money system. And that's what they want. That's why this is so important. Because now it's a penny. Now, and a lot of the other financial experts are saying next will be nickels, then it'll be dimes, then quarters, then it'll be $5, you know, or dollars, fives, tens. And next thing you know, you have to have a microchip implanted inside your body to buy and sell things before you know it. All right, so that's why this is big news. It says the penny removal may impact how prices are rounded and potentially affect both businesses and consumers, especially those who rely on cash. And again, cash is being phased out. It says penny pinching when it will penny production stop. It says the big picture. President Trump directed the Treasury to stop producing new pennies back in February. The U.S. Treasury confirmed Thursday the U.S. Mint will stop making coins early next year. So, Lord willing, to maybe the end of this year, you know, we gotta sit back, watch, wait, and see what happens. All right, but this is big news. This is good news. All right, because even though it's a penny, it's still physical money, and they're pushing it out. All right, and again, it'll go from nickels to dimes to coins to dollars. All right, it says the mint will stop. The mint will stop making pennies after it runs out of blank templates used to make the 1 cent coins. The Treasury Department told. I'm not gonna say it because these people aren't that friendly with sharing this. Still, I got a video taken down using their article before. One of the articles. It says the final order of blanks was placed this month. A Treasury spokesperson said the Canadian penny was discontinued for production in 2012. Australia and New Zealand stopped producing their low denomination coins decades ago. All right, and we know that Australia is well on its way to a cashless society. well on its way to a cashless society. All right, they may be outside of China, the next country that enforces it on the people, because they had one of the most harshest lockdowns. They were their surveillance went up. You know, they're already setting up the system in the stores, which they're doing it here too, for the motb system. So they very well, after China, all right, may be the next, one of the first countries that makes it mandatory. All right, because they're already putting everything in place for the cashless society. As a matter of fact, let's do this. So I'm pausing real quick, bro. All right, so like it, Lord Will's brothers can see on the screen. I just did a simple Google search for Australia and cashless society. It says Australia is transitioning towards a cashless society with digital payments becoming increasingly popular and cash usage declining. So just like they did, but we know they started like before, years ago they started pushing theirs out. But this is ultimately what they want. All right, this is ultimately what they want: a complete another cashless society. All right, and they already started again in Australia. Like I said, China probably is one that maybe the first one that real deal made the motb mandatory, and Australia might be second because they're pushing it hard on their people. They're pushing it real hard, the digital system, and ultimately we know it will trickle down to Europe, and from Europe, eventually here in Babylon the Great. All right, which is what we're real deal waiting for. All right, they for it to hit in Babylon. All right. So the Treasury sounds death knell for penny production. U.S. Treasury confirms the end of the penny. What killing the penny means for you and how it would change shopping. All right. So like it was saying, it could further hurt smaller businesses and things like that. The prices of things could raise up more. All right. Things that, you find very little stuff that's there ain't nothing you can really get with a penny these days, but you can't get anything with a penny. But like that article said, it'll start messing up how you give change, things like that. But again, this is all a part of the plan. It says the Treasury unveils its plan to kill the penny. Treasury to end penny production in the U.S. All right, so we know what this means. We know exactly what this means. And what they ultimately want to accomplish. So I ain't gonna make this long at all. So like it, brothers, I gotta find a way to get rid of that. The way to hit the point is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. He calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, which is the microchip technology, which is the mark of the beast. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So like it. So like Lord Will brothers can understand between them under the weather. But yeah, like I said, that no man might buy or sell. So that's telling you that a cashless society is coming. Because how do we buy and sell now? The prophecy say in order for you to buy and sell, you're going to have that microchip implanted inside your body. So how do we buy and sell now? With pennies, dimes, nickels, coins, dollars, plastic, credit cards, debit cards. So that has to go away. All right, that has to be fizzled out. And this is what we're seeing happen. Again, even though it's a penny now, next it'll be a nickel, then it'll be a dollar. It'll be a nickel next, then a dime, then a quarter. All right, then it'll be dollars before you know it. The next thing you know, they'll tell you if you want to buy and sell anything, or you want to receive your paycheck at your job or whatever, you have to take this microchip, because we're not dealing with physical money anymore. We're not dealing with cash, and we're not dealing with debit cards and credit cards. All right. Now, with could something the Lord do something to fast track it? Yeah. All right, the Lord could cause hyperinflation, all right, bring about hyperinflation quicker, which people are already struggling. People already don't have any money, but the Lord could speed up hyperinflation, and the value of the dollar continues the value of the dollar continues to tank. It'll cost more to buy certain goods, and then eventually people will just lose it and say, I can't afford anything, and that's when crime will break out, and then you got order ab chaos, all right, order out of chaos, all right, which is what Esau wants. Create the problem, come with the solution, and the solution will be what? The MOTB, martial law troops in the street, and then the MOTB. All right, to restore so-called order. All right, or whatever. But yeah, we here, man. We're on the road to the MOTB, and we're driving 100 miles per hour. Y'all about should be out shots, got the pedal to the metal, driving 100 miles per hour. Because again, this is a big sign. They're getting rid of money. They're actually getting rid of physical money, which started through the spirit of Bob Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, starting with the elders and the apostles, a great millstone have been saying for years was going to happen. All right, why? How did they know? Because it's prophecy. All right, and every last one of the prophecies are going to flourish, come to pass. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. Again, Lord will, brothers could understand me. Again, I'm a little under the weather. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory again unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, double honors again to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you, brothers that push this truth and sincerity. With that, I'm going to say shalom. Salakia.